G'day everybody, it's Dave from Wing. I was just going through my old red and black books where I keep all my Kung Fu notes, and I found some priceless stuff that I'd written about 2 years ago which I want to share with you. And it's essentially a revelation that came to me thinking about different things my teachers had taught me, and suddenly all these ideas just came together as one thing and made perfect sense. So I'm just going to show you the page from the notebook and explain it by audio, and you'll see what I mean. Okay, so this is my little book, and you'll see on the right hand side I've written Monday, 15th of the 3rd, 15, Natural Movement, the Power of. And there was 4 different individual times when teachers had told me things that were indicating that the most powerful way to do stuff was as if you're not really doing Kung Fu. I don't think I'm the first person to put this together, but these ideas were taught separately, and then we'd tend to do other things more formally, thinking about getting inside the body and spinning joints and all sorts of practices that sort of work. But over a period of years I started to think about these different things, and this particular night I put it all together. So what I've written here is baby apple, which means a baby reaching for an apple is what a Wing Chun punch is. And Sifu Susanna Ho told me that in '99, and she spent 11 years with Wing Chun, and she was a student of Sifu Jim Fung's, and she just said, you know, forget punching for a while, just imagine you're a baby reaching for an apple. Then later on, when I first met Sifu Tony Blencowe, who's a good friend of mine and very influential, he said to me and a lot of other people in a couple of seminars, when you do a cut down or move your arm down, as we do in the form many times, just imagine you've got a bottle of water in your hand, you're just putting it on a table. And I found that very difficult to do. A couple of times I was able to do it. The other person said, wow, that had incredible force, and I noticed that I didn't really feel much at all. So that went away in the memory banks. Then Sifu Richard Antonini, a good friend and long-term teacher of mine, my Sihing, told me, when you do a gansao, just imagine you're putting your hand into your pocket. And gansao's one that's can be difficult, especially if somebody's trying to stop you, you know, put your hand in your pocket. That's just a natural movement. And the last one was the kick. When I first met Sifu Ivan Howe, who's also a really good friend, he said to me, look, when you kick, just imagine you're going for a walk or you're walking upstairs. Just that natural, relaxed, effortless movement. And I noticed that when I could kick onto a pad like that, it was incredibly powerful. And other people noticed it too. They said, oh, I can feel your whole weight in that. And often when my kicks wasn't so good, I just would go for a little walk, come back, bang, kick hard. So underneath that I've written, apply idea to every part of Wing Chun, 6 forms and Chi Sao. And what I'm getting at there is idea as translated from the Chinese in Sigong Chu's books, the books of Wing Chun, volume 1 and 2. Often the word Nimlik or mind force is translated as idea. And he talks about, you know, learn to use idea in whatever you do. And that word idea seems to me to talk about the mindfulness mind. It's that normal everyday mind that's just going about its business. You're not fretting, worrying, you're just doing natural movements unconsciously, really. And that's one of the big keys. On the left-hand side, I've written daily practice, being natural, cultivate, relaxed, soft, stressless, easy, empty of tension. And underneath that I've written conscious minds meddling. That's an idea I came up with empty of the conscious mind's meddling. So the conscious mind meddles as soon as it feels force, strength, whatever put on your arm, on your body, it immediately wants to help out. I'll do it, boss. And push, strain, heave, think around it, think it out. Whereas we don't want to do that. We want to let the unconscious movements produce the force. And the way that I do that, and I know many others do this, is I cultivate natural movements. So I actually spend time every day. I probably would have to say I obsess about this every day of my life, most days, and it's not a burden. I've spent many years thinking about this stuff. And you cultivate what naturalness feels like. What does it feel like just to reach for something, to go for a walk, whatever natural things you do. So I'll leave it at that. I believe, from 4 different teachers, people who'd all been highly influenced by Sifu Jim, and especially by his teacher, Chu Shong Tin, and undoubtedly through him, the great Master Yip Man. This idea has come down to us, and I think it's extremely important that you can practice your forms and find a way to move as if you're just dancing, just naturally moving. Try not to think about fighting. There's a time to think about fighting in Wing Chun, but the first importance is to get this natural, effortless force flowing so that everything you do is powerful. Thanks for listening to another one of my raves, guys. Please subscribe and like the video if you like it. And please comment below. And I'll look forward to seeing you next time. Bye.